first time this session, judges, please give me a nod or anything to signal that you're ready. Senators, today we have come together to discuss whether we should pass a bill to adopt an educational voucher system or not. This means that we will be giving the federal government control of education by having them be able to give vouchers to students who would like to go to either a public or a private school. I strongly believe that we should vote in negation of this bill because it will compromise the school systems of small neighborhoods, and it does not explain where the funding for these vouchers will be coming from. First, passing this bill will compromise the schools in smaller neighborhoods. If we give students the chance to choose any school, we will be putting other schools with smaller demand in the risk of having to shut down. According to Kids Count, over 8 million kids in the U.S. live in poor neighborhoods. These towns do not have high neighborhoods or a lot of money to fund public events. By giving a voucher to a student of a local school, by giving a voucher to a student of a poor neighborhood, we will be making the population of the local school drop even lower. Without enough money to run a school because of the lowering population, they will be forced to shut down. And if these schools shut down, although we may be helping some children, we will be leaving thousands more with no school to go to at all. Second, there's really no place that we will be able to get the funding for this bill from. According to News Observer, the amount that attempted vouchers have been able to pay in the past is barely enough to send a poor child to a private school. It states that these vouchers will only be able to pay a maximum of $4,200, which is not even enough to cover one year of education at some private schools. Imagine having the government pay for thousands of kids' school tuition without actually having any money. There's really no way for us to have these vouchers successfully run because there's no money that can actually be used. Not to mention, but the government is over $18 trillion in debt. Where could they possibly get the money to fund these vouchers? The one place that there is taxes. Where not only will we be increasing the taxes, but we will also be angering the people who have to pay them. And the outcome of where the money is spent is not even used to benefit the hardworking people who pay them. Others who are in affirmation may say that by passing this bill, we will be preventing students from being turned down from an education. Although this may be true, there is absolutely no possible way for us to provide an education for every child with the help of these vouchers. In conclusion, we should vote in negation of this bill because it will compromise school systems in smaller neighborhoods, and there is no actual place for us to get the money to pay for this education. Although by passing this bill we would be helping some children get a better education, we will really be hurting others at the same time by leaving them with no school to go to at all. There's no reason for us to pass this bill unless it can help each and every child that it possibly could. I strongly urge you to vote in negation of this bill. Thank you.
Okay, that was 3 minutes, 8 seconds. Questions? Senator Tamboli?
Don't you think that by passing this bill, we will be giving the less fortunate a better opportunity by attending private schools?
That is an excellent point. However, as I stated in my speech, these vouchers will not be able to pay for a lot of children. And as I stated, as attempted vouchers have tried, they haven't been able to pay for even 1 year of school tuition at some private schools.
Okay. Senator, by introducing vouchers, don't you think we are in a natural selection process so we can close these non-performing schools? So eventually, yes, those schools will close, but the kids will get to a better school.
Although this may be true, not all kids will be able to get into these better schools, and if these smaller schools do close down, they will be left without a school to go to.
No, but these smaller schools will be forced to improve themselves. They will not close down.
But however, it's not always possible for these schools to rise higher in their ranking when there are such a less number of students attending.
Senator Tolat?
Senator, if we use these vouchers to support children who are gifted but come from a poor background, can't we support their family out of poverty and improve their life for generations to come?
We may be able to support their family and improve their life. However, these vouchers will not be able to provide to every child who has this potential, and therefore it'll still be leaving some children without a good education.
Okay.
Well, don't you think it's better to help some kids rather than even if you can't help all of them?
That may be true, but there's really no way to see which kids to help, and also these vouchers will not be able to help them completely succeed. As I had stated in my speech, attempted vouchers have not even been able to pay for 1 year of tuition at some schools.
All right, thank you, Senator.